Hi everybody, it's Amy again. I thought today, I haven't been doing a lot of thrifting or garage sailing lately. We're getting ready to move. I'm trying not to bring that much more stuff into my home. But I thought, like, as I'm going through things as it is, I would show you my Butterfly Gold Pyrex collection. And I believe this is the first edition of the Butterfly Gold. The second one is slightly different. The second release of the pattern is slightly different, and I don't think I have any of the second at all. So I have a full set of the 47, well, I guess 471 through 5. And they all have lids, but I didn't pull all the lids out. And these, the 475, the largest of the, well, not the largest. There are some pieces I'm missing, including the Big Bertha, I think they call the largest one. Oh gosh, it's really hard to make out the 2.5 quart. So the 475, 2.5 quart. And that's actually a really good size, whether I'm cooking something in it or keeping something in it, because I've also put together like fruit salad that, would go back in the fridge with the lid, but it gives you a good size to start with for storing and serving. So I have that whole set of the casserole dishes, the round casseroles. And then I only have 2 pieces of the Friggy set. So I have the 501, 502, missing another one of these, and then the larger flat rectangle one that goes at the bottom of the set. But those are actually in my cabinet. I use them all the time, whether it's storing or serving. Like if we have a meal that there's like chopped onions to add or something you wanted to add, I'd put those in there for serving and then also storing. So that worked out nice. Then I have a full set of the Cinderella bowls, and they're the alternating gold, white, and they're always handy. Cinderella bowls, I'm kind of a sucker for it. Even a pattern I don't like, I would like the Cinderella bowls. Like I don't care for the Spring Blossom, but when I saw the 444 Cinderella, I was like, oh, it's something about the style of it. Super handy with the pour spout and the handle on the other side instead of just being the regular mixing bowls. And I actually only have one mixing bowl, and that's it was in a stack, so that's the board that supports the bowl that would go on top of it. But yeah, I only have one single mixer, and it's not that I don't like them, it's just I haven't come across them, and that's what I have, and it hasn't been a priority, I guess, either. I have my Butterfly Gold butter dish, which I was really excited for that. Like finding the little, well, any of the butter dishes, it's fun to find those. I just don't see them very often. But I was happy to find that, and I actually ended up with 2 of them because I happened to find another one and on a half off day, and I got it for $1, so I had to pick up the second one. And then I have some of the more like your serving pieces, things like that. I have the gravy boat, but not the underplate, which would be really nice. And I find it all the time, like whether antique stores or online, but it's both pieces, and I really don't want to have a second gravy boat and only one plate. So I'm holding out. I'm sure I can find one someday. Then I have the little salt and pepper shakers, which really cute. I think I also have the butterfly gold. I also have the Spring Blossom in this style, but this I was happy because it's like my everyday pattern. I have the coordinating Corelle plates to go for like our meals and things like that. I have 2 of these guys. I have never actually utilized these for anything other than just putting there for like, oh look, they're so cute. So this is one of those things that just isn't, it doesn't get used the way the rest of the stuff actually does get used. I have a little cream, or I'm sorry, that's the sugar, and the cream set, and I actually bought this and something else. I don't remember what it was, but it came all together for from a seller on eBay. And I think, oh, and I think it came with, that was how I got my butter dish, my original butter dish, I think. I got the entire set for $12 with shipping and everything. And the butter dish on its own, normally people want like $18. So I was super happy to get all those other pieces. And they were ones I didn't actually have already. And these usually are up in my hutch. Like, they're not ones I've used just because I have multiple cream and sugars. I have this creamer that I don't have the matching sugar, which is really disappointing because I really like this. I've used this where I've put my cream in there for my coffee when I put it on the tray in the morning. And it's really nice. It actually is a handy. It's quite large too, which is more like what would I, that's like a cup of coffee. I wouldn't be, for my husband and I, that would be gone 2 cups of coffee. That's not for us. But this, the larger one is actually quite handy for the size that it is. And I'm actually drinking my coffee out of one of my mugs now this morning. And I do have several of the mugs and several styles of the mugs. And then probably my most excited piece ever for this whole collection here was finding the napkin rings. Like, people, I follow pages where people find like the items in the box still and all that, and I'm just always like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. That will never happen. And then I came across these at a Goodwill for $2.25, which is even less than what you would have paid originally, apparently. And it has all 6 of the napkin rings in there. And I only found these a few months ago, and my first thought was Thanksgiving. I like to use this whole set. I think the colors go good for that, you know, fall and having your turkey and everything out there. So I thought, oh, it is on this Thanksgiving, because that would be more than enough for my family. And if we have visitors, I'm sure I could find other napkin rings, but for even just for our immediate family, that would be perfect. And I was just super excited, and I kept them in the box just because I never have the box. So I thought that was fun. And like I said, I do have, like, our everyday dishes are the Butterfly Gold Corral, and really, I mean, they're very sturdy. They last forever. And like the kids, you know, they don't break. They're safe for the kids to use. It's good. And I was really happy to be able to find so many different pieces. Just made me happy, like, to get in the whole thing. It was super easy actually to collect this pattern. I don't think it's a very popular pattern or like desirable, like the butter print. That's harder to come by. They're more expensive when you find them, but I don't have a problem finding these, and they're relatively cheap. Like, I believe each of these separate times were like $3 and $4. Like, it's not, they'll charge you more than that at a thrift store for just a regular, you know, casserole or bowl that large. So it's been one of my cheaper prints to put together, and I have probably by far the most, like, coordinates and everything included in this pattern. So I just thought I would share that with you guys today. And there are, like I said, there's pieces I'm missing. I'd love to get the Big Bertha. I'd love to have the lasagna dish, and of course the rest of the Friggies. I do really like the Friggies. Oh, and I didn't even touch on this. This is another butter dish, like a butter pot, and it would have a plastic lid on the top. I didn't find the plastic lid with it. And I don't actually see a lot of them with lids. Finding them with lids is pretty spectacular. But yeah, but this is also another butter thing. And I actually, we actually have never used this for butter. We usually will put, like, if we have almonds or if we have, you know, grapes, we'll put them out there in that. It's just a nice bowl with, it has a wide lip, but it's kind of nice. But yeah, so like I said, some pieces I'm missing, always looking for, but for the most part, it is my most closest to being complete. Really need to motivate myself to get up on that mixing bowl set, but just hasn't been a priority for me. So maybe after we move and I'm all settled again, that'd be something I'd start up my hunt for. In the meantime, I'm happy to have what I have. It makes me, I do like the feeling when you set the entire table with your, you know, you have the plates. And then I even have 2 of the coordinating glasses, which are the clear with the little pattern across it. It's a nice feeling to see the whole thing put together. It makes me happy. So I just thought I would share that with you guys. I hope it makes you happy as well. And yeah, I'll talk to you next time. All right, bye.